where they've scaled enough in the game, but they do indeed lock in the gourd alongside a Suyo. Yangon, it's always a Suyo last pick that you feel is kind of just them being forced to pick it up, but if they make it work this time, that's a great start for Yangon.
Well, here's the thing. As the draft progresses, we remember in the interview with Eterna where he could basically say that we have better drafts. And for now, I kind of got to agree with it. How do they get Barats, Paquito, Herrera in the first 3 picks, and then pick number 4, they still get the Eudora? This is an insane draft to get for this current meta.
This is like what Onyx got in the last game.
In the last game against Falcons, And even we were like, wait, how did Onyx get that? That was no way another team is going to get that. But hey, c'est la vie, here we are. And then last pick is going to be Jin.
Whoa.
So talk about trying to accelerate the game.
Okay.
This is kind of like almost no range. Eudora has range, but it's mid-range. I'm liking Spirit's draft. This is the kind of draft that says like...
It's the history in Mobile Legends. For the first time ever, 2 regions, not from a major, have made it all the way to the Grand Finals here at EWC for the Mid-Season Cup 2026. And by God, this is some life-changing moments. The money that's on the line, the series of full BO7.
It's a Cinderella story for both sides. YG finding a way to make it back to that top 2 after seems to be forever. Sunset Lover and Team Spirit, though, with Sao, the journey started all the way at M1. So, hey, we have that first blood rate comparison. We know that Spirit love to get it going quicker, but Yangon, they're actually still the ones that actually are the more active teams when it comes to just brawling.
TS want to keep it hot and heavy as naturally as they do because of the way that they play the game. Not to mention, they're running the double fighters. So far, Hiko's had an outstanding win rate here as his secondary fighter gold. But I think this game really just boils down to how does Yangon Galacticos wombo combo with each other. We've seen many times where Gord, even within the early stages of the game, if the combo ain't clean, you're not going to be able to find anything. And that's going to be an early flicker coming out from Sawo's side. No punish here for Yangon, but that's a big resource down.
Absolutely, man. We got to also take into account the fact that Marcel has been left open, picked up by YG. And we saw in the 3rd place match earlier how big this Marcel could play into the game. Was able to stop a lot of these slow-range opponents. Back in that match, Onyx versus Falcons, it really stopped the Hirara as well. So YG are utilizing that, really just using Blink as a way to actually slow people away, trying to take that XP grab. It's going to be Han who actually secures it. Ying, caught on the CC lockdown, has to purify out.
Yep, you can see a lot of respect coming out from both of these teams. We're really coming back at it. We're seeing the TS now taking a lot of the space here, forcing Yangon back just before the turtle. They want to make sure they get that first position really, really quick. And Kais understands that, hey, I need level 4. Without it, this ain't going to work. So they're going to back off, make sure that there's no damage on their side economically, and make sure that they clean these lanes back up. Because the next thing they have to worry about is Sao hitting level 4.
YG have studied Team Spirit's game. Spirit just yesterday against Onyx in that crazy upset victory. They were able to take control of the game so early on through pickoffs, through finding tempo on the map, and YG, they don't want to fall for the same trap. They know, all right, we have a Suyo, we have also the Gourd and the Claw. They can play it late. Ying, no Purifying Bomba. Puts out an attempt there with the Death is Welcome, can't find it, but again, it's just YG trying to survive in lane, especially here up top.
Oh, wait,
shortcut.
Hold on.
Okay.
They summoned it really, really early on. Luckily, at the very least, while this is happening, look on that top side. Blink is already in position and trying to alleviate some pressure onto Sanji, who's being denied his level 4. I mean, these are the small incremental leads that they're looking for, right? And that's what TS wants to do with the double fighter comp. Build these small leads and then eventually cause it to get that big cash out at the very end, usually coming down to the 3rd turtle, closer to the very first Lord, and really taking the reins from that point onwards.
Sunset also had a fantastic performance just yesterday on the Eudora, on all the mages actually. Flickering out of some crucial sets away from Onyx. YG, this is one of the first times we actually don't see a big setting to on Blink, right? Mainly because of the Marcel. So it's also going to be a big question mark because the only other time we've seen Blink on this Marcel was all the way in the group stage. It's been a while.
It's true. If we're looking at it, you know, in boxing terms, I think the best way to describe it, it's Southpaw versus Orthodox, right? And Yangon, they understand where they need to play defensively make sure that they don't set up potential dives to their gold laners. But in the meantime, because of their defense, now the dive.
Purifier with the Blazing Duet actually gets away with the BMI as well. Now it's the Golden Hour plays down. I'm gonna go for the Blaze Surge and the Soul 7, but it's misplaced because the Golden Hour blink taken low, is taken out. Straight up by Sunset Lover. Zaur's able to get the untargetable dive frames, and he gets away in time. As look at Sawo.
No punish there. What could have been a really great combo, a good one-for-one trade, ended up falling into the hands of a profitable win for
Sawo.
TS. They're doing it again.
Shortcut of the Crash Course. Kaiser has to flicker out, and it's Team Spirit again with the early relentless pursuit on YG's jungle.
And that's the beautiful part about this composition, right? They're using that shortcut not as a means to just engage, but also control tempo. And now Ying is in a lot of trouble. He still has his Purify, but that's no consecration.
Consecration, but it is early, even through the Purify. Sour picks up a kill, now goes straight into the control objective. That's going to be free for Team Spirit.
Look, in the meantime, he's already trying to proxy this wave, and Sanji, he's well aware of this, right? Again, defensive against aggression, and Yangon understand that they have to play very, very defensively for the first couple of minutes of this game. Arguably now, with a 2-kill lead and the 2.3k deficit, that probably bought them an extra 4 more minutes on TS's side. So we're expecting probably around the 10th to 11th minute when Yangon get into position, unless we do see a huge turnover fight.
That turret conversion down below. Bomba, man. Just like yesterday, Gideon, he's conditioning YG to see these misses, to see these whiffs, and then all of a sudden he's going to pull off a crazy dead center flicker.
That's the beautiful part of it, right? Get the early conditioning down, because technically there's nothing to fight for on the map as they're trying to get Sanji out of this lane, but they can't seem to do so, especially with Hiko. He's playing this really, really well. He's pressuring life totals, he's maintaining control. Bait! Doesn't connect.
Yeah. Good reaction on Sanji. Could have had his Purify out taken. Spirit definitely want to play around that now, and Sanji's going to recall. That means Hiko will again be able to find a tempo up top, as now they look for a cut on mid. Kaiser has the flicker back up in 3. Spirit will play it slow, and look at Bomba,
They're playing so well, and now they want to collapse down to this mid-tier 1. If they don't get it, they might be able to contest for this purple buff, but I don't think they have it. As we look towards bottom side, even Zaur making sure that Sanji feels the pressure. Oh!
Shortcut's going to be dropped down. Bomba.
Okay.
Goes for the chop. Purify out. Golden Hour catches 3. And the Mystic Gush. Not too sure about that. Bomba's going to take hit all the way through. He's going to soak it in. No problem.
Yeah, we both saw this was going to be somewhat of a nothing fight here. No real commitment on either side, and more importantly, just not enough items to actually cut through all the base HP coming in from TS. They are still in the phase where it's their turn to play the game, and Yangon have to just defensively and honestly be really creative with these small little cheeses that Spirit have taken full advantage of, whether it's in-lane baits, the pressure that they apply, and also the information that they give has been immaculate. Free turtle take.
Free everything. The first 2 kills were free. There was nothing to retaliate against it. The structures as well. And a mid lane blink bursted down. Oh God. The Marcellus looks so untouchable. Just being pick or ban every single time, and wins. Oh God. Even when we see it open, Gideon, when we see it pick, it dominates so early. But when you fall behind on it, especially against this burst comp, man, is he squishy.
Yeah, they're taking everything into condition here, right? They're making sure that whoever opens the map gets punished. Adeptness welcome connected.
Big chomp into Sunset Lever with the ball. Lightning straight up with the Thunderous Wrath as well. Killing Street picked up his Zaur's able to get the immobilization. The blink will be zoned away just like the shortcut. Another health bar to deal with at the bottom lane. It will be a minion wave to play with. Team Spirit converting on these objectives. And YG cannot respond. That's a 4-level lead. Almost. Han gets sent.
They're just letting this happen, unfortunately. They're not using the Golden Hour as a creative tool to kind of retain some semblance of control over their waves.
Zaur gonna go for the solo. Oh, under turret. Almost got it. Has to force Han away. Blink! Burst it down. That lethal ignition.
Connects, and it's good. Sanji, he's in trouble. He has to use the Purify alongside with his Blazing Duet to stay alive. Detna's welcome connects again. Combo's good. Oh, wait!
Good Mystic Gush and the shutdown. Finally, YG. It took him 8 minutes to get on the board.
finally clap down onto the backliners here. But at the end of the day, yeah, sure, it's a bit of a shutdown. It goes to Kai's, but that was going to be the main bullet anyways for Yangon. So TS don't mind this so much as we look at the items, right? It's a lightning truncheon in comparison to just a glowing wand. The item difference here allowing TS to actually be stronger in the majority of the scenarios. But not to mention, if we start looking down towards everybody else and that lead coming from Zaur, that is ridiculous. He's going to get that BOD in no time.
Wow. He might be 5 levels ahead by the time he clears out his jungle. 9 minutes in, he might be able to get that record again.
Oh man, it's going to be the fastest level 15 we've seen in a while. And the Lord is up, but look at TS. They're not rushing it straight away.
Nope.
Not only denying information,
He's 15.
but they're setting up like a great net on the side lanes. Oh,
Sunset instant flicker away from Blink. Take a look at Sawo up top as well. It's free. They can't react to it unless the golden hour gets placed out, but Zaur's able to get it, and now into the Deathless Welcome. The big chop over it, straight to Zaur with a BOD.
Yeah, the combo not exactly landing, but it's good enough. They've zoned Yangon completely away from their neutral. With this Lord take, I want to see how much they can actually get off of it, because this is where it gets scary, right? As much as Zaur can dive underneath the turret, most of the time, if a composition like this wants to get an inhibitor against a full 5 on the opposite side, despite the 8.2k lead, it does come with its risks. A lot of it just comes down to juggling the aggro from the turret to make sure that everybody can absorb the damage and spread it out evenly rather than one person just taking it. But worse yet, it's about Kid Bomba landing the Detonator's Welcome to really set the tone.
Big chomp down again. Purify's still available though, he's just trying to bait it out, but Ying stays patient with it. Pops into Consecration, Sunset Lever coming in as well, the golden hour will be able to find it. Blink slow, Hiko goes in, a flicker out from Blink. And Ying's just trying to hold. Holy Shield already depleted now as Zaur walks up to zone. Turret gonna go down, up top. Purify as well, baited out by Ying.
Yeah, they're getting everything out of them. Unfortunately, every single time that Ying gets hit by the Detonator's Welcome, it almost trades ult for ult, and they don't mind this. It's actually good.
Hey.
Oh!
There's the gush on Bomba. He's taking that 2 damage. Blink goes down. Bomba stays alive. It's Sawo now with the crash course and a shortcut in the mid lane. Sawo taking low. Flickers out of the way, but Hiko is making quick work of that turret. That blows.
He's done it. He's already turned this around at least. He's taken something back at the bare minimum, but they can still chase this actually. Ying making sure that Hiko can't close the distance. He's forced to flicker back out, and Zaur now there. He's waiting just in case they need a secondary disengage. Considering everything that has happened in this game, yes, it is a bit of a shutdown, going over to the right targets, in this case Sanji, but the lead is already too wide. 8.9k, now turning into a 9k lead, 11 minutes into this game. This could be a make it or break it on Lord's side, and with 2 missing inhibitors on both side lanes, there's just no way, not even the spawning of the Lord RNG will work into the favor of Yangon. It's going to be very difficult. We've seen so many forced mistakes here.
But YG were able to get a few things, right? They got a kill. It's not enough, I agree. I mean, that's for sure a win for Team Spirit. It's a top lane and bottom lane base turret. They're gonna have far lane on top of that. But it's something to work with. It's a Sky Piercer stack as well for Han. So we have to take that into account right now.
It's 1 stack though.
It is.
Unless we see
and
the
he's
next
3 levels down.
He is 3 levels down. Like, we know for a fact that this Lord is pretty much impossible to take, so they have to play for the fight. And if they are going to play for the fight, I'm looking at Blink and Kai's here to make a combo play.
Whoa, they use the Mystic Gush. It's chomp down, doesn't land on anybody. Kaize gets away from the missiles just in time as the bottom lane comes pushing in. Sanji sent down below to deal with it as the Lord spawns up in 7 seconds. It's gonna be, the pullback to Purify out already. Crash course coming down and the Thunder's Wrath. Now it's Blink in the back. Sawo gonna be taken low, taken out of the fight as Han picks up the second Sky Piercer of the game. Sanji with the jump. Oh, bursting down by Zaur.
Can't get any more than this. And they've already got the last Purify down as Blink is trying to actually disengage the rest of their composition. But Team Spirit played that well. And unfortunately for Ying, just a little too early on that Purify. If he held it just a little bit longer, he might have survived it, but it's a difficult composition to deal with right now. Just look at this, right? As everybody's able to get their damage down, as soon as that Purify is timed out, that's when Sunset Lover is going to let that ball lightning rip. The rest of the composition here also very ready for Sanji's re-engagement as well. So TS, they've covered all their bases. They are playing very good game 1.
So clean. And YG, you can clearly see they're getting desperate. They're making these plays happen. They think they have their power spike, which is true, But the thing is, Team Spirit with the 10,000 gold lead, they kind of built past that power spike, the initial power spike.
Yeah, and the worst part about it is the frontliners have opted to go for the Chastised Pauldron to ensure that it's really, really difficult to actually chunk them out in key critical moments here. And now they've got that lore pushing on that top side. They're synchronizing the waves as well, and they want to have a delayed wave down on bot side. TS now on the attack.
Into the mid lane they go. Sour knows there's no Purify on Ying. 8 seconds for it to come back as the Rose Gold beater gets built up by Sour. The winner crown is ready. Hiko with jumping forward. Sanji doing some damage over on Hiko. Bomba's still there. Golden Hour catches Sunset Lover just in the brink of it now as the Mystic Gush comes around.
It's good, and they want to go for a little bit further. Hiko wants to get right on top of Han, but they cleared the waves already. They need to reset. They have one more opportunity and one more wave to deal with.
Massive Mystic projectile landed on Sunset and Bomba. But luckily for Spirit, Sanji did not have anything to capitalize on it. Team Spirit, though, again, classic Spirit, classic EECA, that discipline, playing around these structures, objectives, backing away straight up, and then slowing the game down again. They're never letting YG touch their comfortable tempo.
Yep, but they've also got one more opportunity with their 10k gold lead, right? By the time we see Yangon hit 42k, we're expecting both Han alongside with Sanji, arguably 3 to 4 items onto Kai's at this stage of the game to be complete. They really, really need these items. And Sanji finally gets the extra range with the Malefic gun. He needs that crown, unfortunately. We've seen many plays where he actually gets really deep with the Blazing Duet onto multiple targets, but without that winner crown, he is going to trade himself off, which is not something Yangon can accept right now.
And to win the crown from Kaize as well there. Picked up for him. Radiant armor for Ying. So a little bit more defense, but you could clearly see that big diff in gold between the XP laners. Bomba is just a big, chunky boy.
He's thick. He is thick. And he's also taking a winner crown as well, just in case a scenario like that happens again, right? They got to be careful, because at the end of the day, it's still going to be up to Kai's to land that Mystic Projectile. If it hits on multiple targets, that's great, but the setup really just comes down to Blink. Han, at this stage of the game, has to be the finisher, and Ying needs to start peeling, but we see every single time the sequence is the same. TS will start to target Ying first, get his ult out. Maybe if he doesn't have the Chastised Pauldron ready to go, even better. Then immediately start moving towards Kai's position. Disrupt the anchor. Once the anchor has unhooked from the bottom of the ocean, the whole ship is going to start going out of whack.
Still going to be difficult, though, again, for... Wait a second, Blink. No. There's a projectile thrown out as well. YG, they really got to get control over this top side. TS have done such a good job at denying it away from them, and now it really just seems like Team Spirit will be able to take this one for free with Sanji showing up in the top lane.
They're trying to punish this.
Uh-oh, Blink. With the conceal in the back, is able to find two with the golden hour. Now the chomp down comes in, the shortcut in the back line is able to get Sour in a good place. Hiko with the jump, Bomba with a crown. Blazing coming around, and Sour is able to get the untargetable 2 iframes as Hiko walks up again.
And now Ying trying to at least delay them. Sanji is on the run, but Han should be able to go down here. Sour in the 1v1 and wins it out.
He gets immortality, still able to chase away right now. Can he get Sanji down? He walks up, base the BMI back again, and Sanji's thrown away from the base. Team Spirit secure game number 1.
Woo! Clean, tactical, all beautiful plays coming out for the side of TS Yangon.